Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Steve. Yo!
What's up, family? Welcome to the Ages and Stages podcast. I am your host, Rashid Floyd. Some people call me the Car God. Hey, listen, I'm happy to have you guys back. And let's have a quick conversation. Let's catch up. Let's be real. Let's see how everybody's doing. But before we get into that, forgive me if I'm a little under the weather, y'all. But I just want to make sure we got this out because I want to do this today on January 5th, the day we're going to release this. This is live on January 5th, 2025. So first of all, again, forgive my rudeness. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. And forgive me if I look a little droopy. I am very, very under the weather again. But I want to get this out and say hello to y'all and welcome y'all back to the podcast. So, and then forgive me, I know Jamar, my engineer, he's far enough away from me so he's not going to get sick. Shout out to Up Close Studios here in Houston, Texas. Always holding me down. Jamar, I got you. We're going to spray this down with some Lysol when we're done, brother. But anyway, back like I left. So many of you know why I left. There was things in life that just got out of hand and got out of control, and I needed to put a stop to it and hold myself accountable at the same time. So then, just honestly, guys, just been away, just trying to see if I wanted to do this again, wanted to talk to you all again, wanted to share my life and share my thoughts with you guys again. Because, you go through what I went through, some of it self-imposed, self-inflicted. It's hard to come back from. But, I remember why I started this podcast in the first place. It was Ages and Stages. We could talk about life, love, relationships, business, and all the shit in between, right? So what happened with me is life. And I still think I have something to share. And hopefully men and women can learn from my experiences, learn from my triumphs, and learn from my failures. And I really want to shout out and talk to my men and tell you guys you are sufficient. You are enough, fellas, but you're flawed. You're flawed men, and we have to acknowledge that and accept it and work through our flaws. And same for our ladies. There's things that we all need to work on. And that's what this podcast was for us to be a community of unperfect people just chopping it up and me sharing my thoughts, whether you agree with them or not, but spark a conversation. And, that's what I'm back to do. I thought about those things, and you go through all this stuff. Do people want to hear from me again? Do people think I'm a liar, I'm a scammer, or this awful person? Or, do people care about my opinions anymore? You go through those things, and then the own embarrassment and a shame that, when I released the video, kind of falling on the sword, telling all my business. But that was a therapeutic moment for me. And I know it reached a lot of people, a lot of individuals, and still people comment to me to this day about how it helped them or at least sparked a conversation in them or a loved one. Those kind of things went through my mind. I feel I'm here for a real reason, and that's why I'm back. And the great thing about taking time away and going to therapy and figuring out and knowing who you are is being comfortable in your own skin. And the latter, what I said earlier about caring about what people think, that's always been my flaw. And I know a lot of people are people pleasers out there, and we want to be happy and make other people happy and think and make others around us hold us in the high esteem that they already do. And for people like you and I in this community of like-minded people that we are, but we're flawed and we've got our own individual things, but sometimes people from our background, our friends, our family, sometimes you get put on a pedestal to where sometimes you feel you have to reach those levels of sometimes that are not realistic. So then we put pressure on ourselves to do the most, right? So that was a lot of clarity for me. And now I don't care what people think anymore. So that's what all this podcast is going to be about, y'all. I'm not going to be politically correct. Brothers, I'm going to talk about the stuff that we got to chop it up about. I mean, fellas, I'm going to talk about the stuff we got to work on. And ladies, we're going to talk about the things that frustrate us as men. And I want you all to hear us so we can try to do better, so we can understand one another better. And men, we got to do the same thing. So this is not all going to be about men. It's going to be about men and women, all who want to commune in a relationship and have a helpmate to go through life together. So I'm going to have on ladies that can speak to the things that truly, truly frustrate them that we do. Because what I'm seeing now that I'm back interacting with people and dating and talking to other men and women about their dating lives, you know, it used to be cute to say, you know, the battle of the sexes. But now I think we've gone a little too far. Both men and women are to blame for this. So that's why I want to hear both sides of the coin so we can commune together and try to bridge this gap, because unfortunately, it's no longer battle of the sexes. To me, it seems like war of the sexes. And we're butting heads right now when that's not what's going to make us live a great, wonderful, fulfilling life. So I'm a relationship guy. I've always loved relationships, and I've always been this type of guy, from even getting teased in high school and, you know, growing up. But, you know, that's just me. So that's what this platform is about. It's going to be relationships. We're going to talk about a little business, a little entrepreneurship, and any other topics that, you know, where I decide to go. I'm going to bring on some really, really cool people that I think are dope, that you may know, and some people you may not, that I think you need to hear from. You know, I'm just looking to have a lot of fun this go around and return it back to the main purpose of the ages and stages. And that's just the ages and stages of life. And I know a lot of times we like to think we got it figured out, or at a certain age, we feel like we should have it figured out by now. I want everybody that's a part of this platform, if you continue to still show support and watch, to understand you're never going to figure it out. It's never going to be right. So the sooner we acknowledge that and accept it, I think we're all going to live better lives and be more fulfilled. And then once we try to kind of bridge the gap that I'm seeing that's a little bit alarming between men and women, especially men and women of color, because I want us to be in relation with one another, because I feel we need to have a helpmate, a partner, a Bonnie, a Clyde, or however. Like, that's why we're here. And that's going to live fulfilling lives for all of us. It's going to make you happier. It's going to make you look better. You're going to be healthier. You're going to have more money, the whole 9 yards. And we're going to talk about money management strategies that I've shown previously if you missed some of the prior content. But we're just going to chop it up. And I'm going to be open and honest with you guys. This is going to be a no cap zone. It was going to tell it like it is. And a lot of my perspectives and some others. And we're going to just have conversations. So please join in. Like, subscribe, turn that, what do you call it? The alerts back on if you want to rock with me. But I just want to close with saying this. I love you guys, and anybody who's going through anything at the moment, whether it be relationship, mental health, the death of a loved one, I'm here for you. We're here for you on this platform to just chop it up and just go through some of the things that we deal with, and not trying to paint a perfect picture, because I just want to keep it 1,000 on this platform. And I just want you to know that you're enough. You're good enough. Men, listen, you're good. You're good enough. You work hard enough. You're a good father. You're a leader. You're just not perfect. And that's what we're going to talk about. But we have to now acknowledge those things. Be okay with who we are. I'm okay with who I am now. I'm okay with it, because you know what? I know I'm still 1%. And so are you. Women, you don't have it all figured out. I understand. You struggle with a lot. Some women, you struggle with mom guilt. So you have to be super mom, super woman. And we see you. And we love you. I love you. And I want you to have a platform so you can be heard. So we can try to heal this battlefield that we're on. Because I think it's a lot of cap and innuendo and misunderstanding. If people would just shed some of the bullshit I think we can commune together better and bring it back to that big mama and pawpaw love, that 50, 60 year marriage love. Like, that's what I want. That's what I want to see from this aspect. And we're going to talk about, is marriage the right step, or is life partnership? But we need to commune and be with one another, and we need to try to understand each other better. So women, I see you. I love you. You guys are amazing. Keep being yourself, but understand you don't have to be strong all the time. We want to be there to help you. We want to be there to support you because you're amazing. So hey, that's the next step for Ages and Stages. And you know what? The final reason that kind of pushed me over the edge to come back, I call my guy Latarius R. Whitfield. Y'all know from Dear Future Wifey podcast. Man, he's helped me so much tremendously. I keep saying that, but dude's been a big help. Along with my pastor, Pastor Jay of Higher Dimension Church, my out of town pastor, Pastor John Gray. But they all encouraged me and kind of prayed for me and helped me get through this process to where I am now. And but I had a call with Latarius, and I said, man, I'm ready to come back to the podcast, and I got something to say though, man. But I'm scared. But I'm like, I got a story to tell, but I'm just, how are people gonna feel? They're gonna judge me, or they not gonna watch, or he said, say what you just said. He said, you're all about accountability, transparency. Then just say what you just said. So thank you, my brother. I appreciate you for putting those words through to me and putting the battery in my back. I've said enough. This is not scripted. I just want to talk to you guys and welcome you back to the channel. Hopefully you guys continue to rock with me. If not, hey, I understand. I love you anyway. It's Rashid, Ages and Stages, the podcast. Back like I left. See you soon. I got a lot of new content coming. Peace. Another reason I chose January 5th, obviously, it's Founders Day. Shout out to the bros, the illustrious Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, and my chapter brothers at the dynamic, the amazing, the talented, the gifted, the renegade noops of Gamma Phi chapter, the Alabama A&M University, the Phi House. What up, Gamma Phi? Happy Founders Day. Yo, yo.